I was 12 years old, sitting on the curb with my baseball glove, watching the streetlights start to hum. It was my birthday, and he was 3 hours late. My phone buzzed. It wasn't him. It was a picture from his new wife's number. There he was, beaming, with his arm around another boy at his baseball game. The caption, "My amazing husband and our talented son." Right there, under the buzz of the streetlights, I stopped waiting for my father. I started planning how I would one day tear his perfect new world apart. If you believe revenge is a dish best served cold, and that family isn't always blood, you're in the right place. Stick around because you won't want to miss how this story ends. That picture wasn't an accident, it was a declaration. My father, the man who taught me how to throw a curveball, had been replaced, and so had I. First, the calls started to dry up. "Too busy with work, kiddo," he'd say. Then they just stopped. He ghosted me. He and his new wife, some influencer who preached family values while showing off their new money McMansion on Instagram, built a life that had no room for me. Especially not while I was living with my broke mom in a rundown trailer park on the other side of town. His new kids were the perfect props for their online brand. Spoiled, private school brats who got TikTok famous doing dance challenges and skits where they made fun of trailer trash. Yeah, seriously. Meanwhile, I was working a part-time job just to help my mom keep the lights on. The injustice of it all wasn't just painful, it lit a fire in me. My dad wasn't just a deadbeat, he was a corporate suit who, I'd later find out, was about as good at paying his taxes as he was at being a father. Spoiler. Not very. For years, I watched their perfect life online. Christmas in Aspen, summers in the Hamptons, every single post was a fresh stab wound. My 16th birthday passed without a card. My high school graduation, not even a text. He had erased me, so I decided I'd do more than get even. I was going to erase his entire fake empire. The next decade wasn't really about revenge, at least not at first. It was about pure survival. I worked as a barista, and the smell of burnt coffee was a constant reminder of how far I had to climb. I wasn't sleeping much at night, I was studying. I picked cybersecurity, not because I loved the code, but because I knew something they didn't. Every perfect life built on lies has a digital backdoor. I wasn't just getting a degree, I was becoming a weapon. My mom worried. She saw the rage under my skin and would tell me, "Don't let him turn you into someone you're not." But I wasn't becoming him. I was becoming his consequence. I lived on instant noodles and library Wi-Fi. My whole world shrank to the size of a laptop screen as I got certifications and took freelance coding jobs under a fake name. I'll admit, phase one of my plan was pretty petty. It was the angry kid in me lashing out. I sent a few dozen pizzas to their house during one of his wife's exclusive online wellness seminars. I hacked their Wi-Fi and changed the network name to Tax Evader Family. Childish, I know, but it was a start. It was me, knocking on the door he'd shut 13 years ago. But petty wasn't the goal, demolition was. While they were posting about their number-blessed life, I was digging. I found the breadcrumbs my father left behind, the sloppy accounting, the hidden accounts, the undeclared income. And then I hit the motherlode, a trust fund. It was an inheritance from my grandmother, my dad's mom, that he'd hidden from me when she died. It wasn't millions, but it was enough. Enough to fund the next stage. He didn't just abandon me, he stole from me. Suddenly, this wasn't just emotional, it was justified. By 25, I was a different person. I'd co-founded a small but successful cybersecurity firm. I wasn't trailer trash. I was a CEO. I hadn't seen him in person since I was a kid. The opportunity to finally meet again came as an invitation to my stepbrother's high school graduation party. It was sent to my mom with a snotty little note. "If Mia can afford to come, we'd love to see her." Oh, I could afford it. I showed up late. The party at their tacky mansion was in full swing. My dad, looking older and a little softer, was holding court by the pool. His wife was, of course, filming everything for her followers. When I walked in, the conversation died down. He saw me, and his face flickered with confusion before settling into a smug smile. "Mia." "Look at you," he said, loud enough for his friends to hear. "Didn't know they let dropouts in this neighborhood." A few of them chuckled. I just smiled. "Hello, father." The real confrontation wasn't loud. It was quiet. It happened when my step-aunt asked what I did for a living. I told her the name of my company. My dad's friend, a guy named Bill who worked in finance, froze with his glass halfway to his mouth. "Wait," Bill said, looking me over. "You're Mia Sterling? From Aegis Cyber?" I nodded. "That's me." The blood drained from my father's face. He knew the name. Aegis Cyber had just been hired by his company's parent corporation to run a full, top-to-bottom security and financial audit, a project I was personally overseeing. Your firm is auditing us?" Bill stammered, putting the pieces together. The circle of people around us went dead silent. My dad's laugh was thin and brittle. "What is this, some kind of joke?" "No joke," I said, my voice steady and calm. "For the past 3 months, I've been personally reviewing your company's financials, all of them." I looked him right in the eye, "Including your personal expense reports. The ones you filed for client dinners that were actually family vacations, and the undeclared income from that shell corporation you run. The same one you used to hide my grandmother's inheritance." His wife stopped filming. Her plastic smile had melted. "What is she talking about?" she whispered. "I'm talking about fraud," I said, my voice cutting through the pool party music. "And tax evasion." Before my dad could even manage a response, his phone buzzed. Then Bill's. An email had just gone out from corporate head office, sent by me under the authority of the audit. It detailed every discrepancy, every lie, and every stolen dollar, with bank statements and transaction logs attached. It was a surgical strike. His perfect life, dismantled by a single email notification. His career was over. The IRS would be in touch. His wife, the influencer, looked at him not with love, but with the cold calculation of a woman realizing her meal ticket had just expired. I didn't stick around to watch the chaos. I just turned and walked away from the wreckage. I didn't yell, I didn't cry, I just left. What would you do? Is quiet revenge more satisfying, or would you have gone for a loud confrontation? Let me know in the comments. About a week later, my father called. He left a shaky, broken voicemail. He begged. He tried to apologize. He said he had a good reason for it all, that he was trying to protect me from something. I didn't listen to the whole thing. It didn't matter anymore. They lost the house. His wife left him, posting a long, tearful video about being the victim of financial infidelity. My step-siblings, the TikTok stars, went completely dark online. People say revenge feels empty. They're wrong. This was never just about destroying him. It was about reclaiming the power he took from me that day on the curb. I didn't destroy his family. I just exposed the foundation of lies it was built on. He chose his new family, and that was his decision. But I chose myself, and that was my revenge. I didn't get my father back, but I got something so much better. I got free. If you love stories where karma hits hard, smash like, subscribe and stick around, because around here, revenge is just getting started.